welcome back to my channel. Okay, as usual, I am getting ready for work. Okay, and I'm going to start off with my concealer. Also, today I wanted to make sure that as I'm doing the makeup, I'm explaining to you guys what I'm doing and the purpose of each product. Sometimes you see influencers use products, but they never really explain what exactly that product is doing for them or supposed to be doing, or the purpose of it. So this is like for beginners. Now, I don't know how in depth I'm gonna be able to go because I'm on such a tight time crunch, but everything that I do use, I'm going to make sure that I just explain the purpose, how to use it, and things like that. All right, first and foremost, this is my concealer. I love this concealer. It's my favorite one. I know there's a million of them, but it's my MAC Studio Finish Concealer. I'm the color NW50. It goes with my skin color like to the T, perfectly. I'm going to use my brush. You can use concealer either over your foundation, under your foundation, and maybe both as well. But right now, I'm going to do mine underneath because I'm not really wearing foundation. I'm putting powder on like I tell you guys all the time. I do powder just like during my work day. I'm going to look over because I'm in my mirror here. I want to make sure I'm blending it right. So, bottom line is I'm going underneath the eye, underneath my creases. I'm making sure I get as close to my eye line as possible, and I'm bringing it up and back. I'm spreading it because first you want to pat it here first. This is most important. Then you want to be able to spread it to other spaces, other parts of the face, just because you don't want a big glob of makeup in that one spot. You want it to be able to blend in naturally to the face and to the skin. Because that's the purpose of concealer, to give the skin a flawless, look, to get rid of those dark circles, any dark spots. You can use concealer not only just under your eyes, but also anywhere you have any type of hyperpigmentation that you don't necessarily love, on your nose, on your eyes, around your mouth. Also, you can use your concealer the way I'm using it right now as a base for my eyeshadow. Now, the thing about concealers is that they can crease. So if you have a lot of creasing in your eyeshadows, or I mean a lot of creases in your eyes, or like how I have creasing underneath because my eyes are puffy. If you have a lot of creasing, you're gonna have to set the concealer with a powder. That means just put a powder over it, like a flat powder, like this, a pressed powder. I said a flat powder, I mean a pressed powder. You can just put a pressed powder, any kind of powder, to just set it, put it on top, and it will keep it. Oh, I put it on the wrong thing. Put it on top and it will keep it from creasing on you. At least it should. Now, also with the eyes, you can use the eye primer on top of the concealer. Do you necessarily need both on the eyes? No, I have done it with both. Only with one, maybe only with the primer, only with the concealer. It just depends what I feel that day, but you do not need both. I'm just trying to make sure that I get this blended out, right? So this is like a lot of blending to give it that whole flawless look. I'm getting mine on the side of my nose, on this side. I want to be sure that everything is covered nicely. All of my dark spots, which I have a little bit on my eyes. I have a little bit around my mouth a little bit. And you know what? Like I told you guys the other day, lately my skin has been getting messed up. I even got a little dark spot on my... I don't know if that's just like something I can go to the doctor and take care of, or is that just my skin now? Because it wasn't always like that. That's new for me. So I'm learning how to deal with that, whatever that is. I am going to go to a dermatologist at some point and see about it. But yeah, that's that. So moving on, I will be using is another Cosmic Beauty palette. Now I went online after I made my other video. It does say Cosmic Beauty and Cosmic Brushes on their Instagram. So I guess whichever one is still appropriate. But this palette here is so pretty. The color story. Now, when I first saw this palette, I did not get it. It took me quite some time to get it because I like purple, but I'm not necessarily, oh yeah, let me wear that purple eyeshadow. That's not really me. I'm not really her. But something kept like pulling me in. And as a matter of fact, I saw one of my favorite YouTubers use the eyeshadow palette. And I'm not gonna lie, she persuaded me to get it because I was always looking at it, but then I was like, I don't really wear purple that much. Why would I get that? So I'm glad I wound up getting it because when I opened it up, it was just so freaking pretty. And I was like, wow, this is pretty. I really underestimated the palette. With that being said, let's do a couple of swatches. The name of this palette is the Gothic palette. I'm gonna swatch. This is called Obscure. I'm gonna show you guys with my finger, which is so pretty. And then I'm gonna go across here. Let me see. I hope y'all can see that. That is super pretty. Me and my swatches, y'all. I'm a bad swatcher. All right. The next color, this is called Gothic. It's like black, but you know what? I can't tell if it's purple with black or black with purple. Like, that's how evenly it is blended. It's really pretty though. Like, I'm definitely gonna wind up using this, I think, because I think I'm gonna go for a sort of smoky dark eye. That's what I'm thinking in my head. This one right here is called Pale Moon. That's pretty. It kind of reminds me of like a lilac color, so to speak. Let me put it here. It's just like a regular shimmer, I would call it. It's nothing, no duochrome, no shift or anything. Let's do one more. Chosen. This one is kind of giving me purple and gold vibes. Do it again. And you know, I always swatch like on my plain skin, no concealer. I want y'all to be able to see like how clear it is, just how well it swatches just on skin only. The first color I'm going to go into is this color called Serpent. This color it's like a violet. It's really pretty. I'm gonna put this in my crease. It's calling me, so that's what I'm gonna use. Serpent. Look in my mirror. I'm gonna go in light, because one thing about these colors, Cosmic Beauty, what I quickly discovered from my neutrals palette, they are pigmented. So look at that. Already I see all of the color. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay. I got a more fluffier brush because I wanted to go in my crease, but I also wanted to have like that fresh blend all around. That's gonna give you like, it's gonna blend and make it mesh easier. The smaller brushes are more for precision, so to speak. Like if I only wanted it to be in my crease or only wanted it to be on the outer or inner or something like that. Okay, that looks gorgeous. Ooh, I'm so glad I started with this color. Build it up. But again, I'm going in with a light hand because I just don't want it to be too purpley dark. This is a very beautiful color. Wow. It's making me feel like I should do purples more often. I am bringing this down on my eyelid a little bit. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. So I'm going to take this darker purple and I'm going to put this one, instead of bringing it up, I'm going to concentrate and keep it in my crease. Yeah, like that. I will not be bringing this up. Like, I will not be blending it towards up. I'm just going to be swaying it. Small circles. Or you can do the side to side. Everybody does it different. I prefer the small circles. Back and forth in my crease. That's it. It darkened that area up. I'm going to go to the next one. Crease only. I'm just making sure that you can see it. It can be seen. It's a beautiful color. Like, super duper pretty. Super duper pretty. Oh, I love it. Guys, this is turning out to be so pretty. This is why I said I underestimated this palette, because even when I opened it up, I was like, oh, wow, this palette is so pretty. And when I saw one of my favorite YouTubers use it, I was like, oh my God, like, I might need to get that palette too. Okay. And I wound up ordering it, and I'm glad that I did, because it's really beautiful. Now there's another color in here called Alter. It's a darker purple. I'm going to concentrate this purple on just the outer of my eye. That is, wow, that is beautiful. That's pretty. Just this right here, I'm just going to blend in this corner, and that's it. And it's slowly giving me that smoky, purpley eye that I was looking for. I'm staying on the outside. Please keep that in mind if you're doing this with me. Keep that in mind. Outside only. Now, I'm going to do something I usually do not have the time for. And I'm going to try to do a tiny cut crease. Because to me, cut creases take a little more extra time. Especially when you're trying to get it perfect. And I have hooded eyes. So I really try to take my time when doing my cut creases. Yeah. So let's just hope that I can get it right. I'm using my Juvia's Place Eye Prime primer. I had to cut open the actual tube. I don't think I have the tube anymore. I had to cut open the actual tube and put it in a little jar because it kept breaking up. It is a water-based product, and it kept breaking up so bad, and I kept having to remix it. And like inside the tube, it was coming out with just water only, no actual product. So that was a headache in itself for me. And I was not about to waste my product, because I done bought 2 tubes of it, and I knew that the product was in there. They were brand new, and they were just coming out watery because I wasn't using my makeup every single day. Anyway, long story short, that's what I'm using on my eyes. So if that happens to you with any of your primers, you can do the same thing. All right, I'm going to try to cut it a little bit. This is going to be a small cut crease, not a big one. But I'm going to try to cut it just really quickly on camera. I'm going to start here across where I want it to go. I'm just patting because I don't want to take it all the way to the end. And I'm forming the shape slowly by doing the patting motions. if you try to swipe it, it won't form as easy in the beginning if you try to just swipe it out just swipe it straight through. You'll have a harder time trying to form the cut crease itself. So I always kind of just pat mine through, especially with my hooded eyes. This is a smaller, like I said, a smaller cut crease. So I'm just using the top of where I have some. I'm just dabbing my brush because it's more than enough. A little bit takes you a long way with this product. That's why I really like it. But it is very watery, and you have to really... You have to be mindful that you always gotta kind of like remix it. Mix it over. Right? Yeah. Okay. Oh. Also, because it's water-based, you want to give it... Oh, shoot. I did exactly what I was about to tell you guys not to do. You want to give it time to dry. That's okay. I've got hooded eyes, so I can fix that. I'm not going to worry about that. You want to give it time to dry. So just kind of like don't really look up, especially if you have hooded eyes like me. Just give it some time to dry. I used to have a little fan, but then my daughter, I keep looking up. I used to have a little fan, and then my daughter, she broke it. So yeah. This is me trying to not look up until it dries. Okay. It doesn't take long, really. All right, so let's get to the part where we are... Okay, I have two choices that in my head to make. I can either use this color Immortal and then put this on top, or just this on top. I think I'm going to do just the Obscure on top of the primer, because this is already working sort of as a color on me. So let's do it. I'm gonna see if I can use a brush first, because it's such a small cut. Oh, and it went on beautifully. See, I'm just dipping my brush straight into it and putting it straight on my eyes. It went on beautifully. I wasn't sure how well it was gonna go on, because sometimes certain shimmers don't pick up so great on brushes. That is super pretty, guys. Wow. You know, one thing about this palette is 4, 8, 12. It's 12 shadows, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, so it's half and half. Half shimmers, half matte. And it's small. This thing is small but mighty, and I love it. It's like small but mighty. I love me a small anything that makes a mighty statement. Yes. It's like yes, yes, yes. Okay. I love it, y'all. And this is like a blue purpley, like a blurple. You know, everybody love a good blurple in their life. That is the truth. You know how many times I see a palette that will have that blurple, and I'm like, oh my god, I want to get that palette because of that color. But the truth of the matter is, I've got plenty of blurples in my palettes that I already own. It's just something about the blurple. It's just beautiful. It makes you like always want to have it. And if you're a palette lover, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because I know you got some blurple and more than one palette. Okay, let's see here. I feel like this eye isn't going on as smoothly as this one. Let me more so pat it. I'm going to go back into Supreme. That was my crease color. I'm going to go back into Supreme. That was my crease color. And just to bring that back, I don't want it to be washed out in any way. So sometimes you have to go back into your colors. And then from there, I'm going to go back into Alter and darken that back up on the outside. And I'm going to bring that in just a little bit more here. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just bring it in a little bit more. And see how it just basically fixed that mistake I had made earlier? That's why when you make those little mistakes, it's okay. It's part of a learning process. And, you know, it'll work itself out. It will always work itself out. I really like this. I'm debating if I should take Gothic and put it in the corner. I just don't know if I want it to be more smokier than what it already is. I think I like it this way. It looks really pretty to me. Now I'm gonna go back one more time with that first brush, the very first one. Just get another good blend up here. And just, oh, I love this, guys. This came out so pretty. All right, this is the eyes. I'm gonna get my e.l.f. primer. This is the e.l.f. Power Grip Matte Primer. That's a long ass title, just for primer, just to help make sure that you are as matte as possible. I don't really care for I don't want to say a glowy face, and I'm gonna say, I only say that because I'm very oily. So any product that I have, I always want to make sure that it says matte. Any cream, I always get matte. I need it to be matte for my face because I'm just adding my primer to the rest of my face. Now, I probably, because now I'm thinking about it, see how under my eyes are creasing already? I'm going to take care of that. Now, I should have primed my skin, all of my skin, before I did my concealer. But that's okay. Sometimes I do things backwards when you're doing your makeup. Yeah. But the proper way is to prime the entire face, all of the skin. And then, you know, do your powders and things like that. Where is my concealer brush? I'm going to go back under my eyes with my concealer brush and cut that crease out. Alright. That's what you gotta do. Just go back under there. Get it. And there you go. It's good again. Now, to stop the creasing, I'm going in with my powder to basically set it. Let's press my powder in. And there you go. This powder, on top of any concealer, it gives my skin flawlessness, honey. Flawlessness. Do you hear me? they discontinued my color. It makes me so sad. But I'm sure that I can use one of the colors that they have left. I'm gonna give them a go. I'm sure it's probably one that fits me a little bit better than this one. But I love this one because it makes my chocolate. One thing I do not like is a product that will lighten up my skin tone. My skin is my #1 favorite feature, and then next are my lips. I just love my skin, and I always want to look like me. I don't want anybody coming to lighten me up. I don't like my makeup to look like that. I want to have that glow, yes. I want to have that under eye glow, but I never want my skin complexion to be turned like to a whole nother shade. I don't know why people do that. It just looks crazy to me, and I won't be doing that. All right, guys, this is it. We've come to that point where I gotta get myself together. I'll be back and we'll talk about the palette some more. All right, guys, I'm back. This is my final look. This is what I came up with. On my lips, I'm just wearing my favorite MAC Spice. I promise you guys I'm gonna start doing a different color, lip color, but you know, when my eyes are so dramatic, I like to have more of a neutral lip. So this is my MAC Spice. I just lined it with a regular black pencil. I also lined my eyes with some black eyeliner. I put on some lashes. I like to have on some more natural lashes when I'm going to work. So I use Andrea. The type is 33. It goes inside like this. It goes inside like this. So if you like these lashes, like a more natural look, you can look for Andrea 33. That's the number to it. And that's it. I'm done. I'm wearing purple today, which is another reason why I wanted to do purple eyes. Put my ring back on once I'm done with my makeup application. And the palette. When I got the palette, like I said, when I first opened it, I was like, wow, this palette is really super pretty. Like, I underestimated it because I'm not really a purple girl, so to speak. So, which is weird because I do love colors, but just, I don't know, I've never been drawn to purples. But when I finally got the palette and I opened it up after I was influenced by another influencer, I was just like, wow, this palette is really pretty. Like, I felt like I would have missed out on it had I not bought it. And I'm super happy that I bought it. So once again, this is the Gothic palette from Cosmic Beauty. It came out really pretty. It's like purple, yet blue and purple. Look at those eyes. It's like purple. I just keep saying purple. There's like 4 different purples in there. But then there's also like this blue like reflecting in it. It's freaking gorgeous. I don't even know if the camera is doing it the justice that it deserves. But it looks absolutely amazing. Anyway, that's my time. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys have purple, give it a try. You know, if you like the palette, give it a try. Another thing about Cosmic Beauty, very inexpensive. Very, very super affordable. That's another reason why I love that brand. Because you know what? I had some prior palettes from them before, and then my palettes got messed up. So the neutrals was the first palette that I bought again from that brand. And then I had got the Gothic as well. And I'm really happy that I did. So with that said, it's my time. I gotta go. It is literally 8 o'clock, which means I gotta get out the door. I will see y'all the next time. Okay, bye.